Hey there, high level listeners. Do you like saving money and finding great bargains? How do you save money when you go shopping? That's what we're going to cover today in another episode of our Advanced English Vocabulary podcast here on High Level Listening. This is our podcast where we bring you American and British English side by side. And this week's topic is all about finding discounts when you go shopping.
Yes, it is. Hello, everyone. Maybe you're the type of person who likes to wait for big sales, or maybe you've got some clever tips for getting the best discounts. Either way, we've got lots of super useful English vocabulary and expressions to help you talk about bargain hunting in our two scripts for you today. One script is focused on American English with Kat, and then one is more focused on British English with me. We'll each share our own experiences about the last time we managed to save some money, so you can talk about your own money-saving experiences in high-level English.
So let's think about some of the vocabulary you might already know about this topic. Things like coupons, discount codes, sales. What phrases and vocabulary do you already know for talking about bargain hunting and saving money while shopping? What's your favorite way to find a great deal? Listen carefully to our scripts and see if we mention any of the techniques or the phrases that you already know. And maybe you'll learn a few new ones too.
Okay, let's start. Kat will go first, like always. The question today is, when was the last time you scored a great deal and how did you manage it?
Just last week, actually. I'd been eyeing this pair of running shoes for a while, but I didn't want to pay full price. Nobody does. So I started tracking the price online using one of those deal apps, and sure enough, it dropped by 30%. So before buying, I checked for extra discounts, found a promo code for new customers, and applied it at checkout. That knocked off another $15. Sometimes stores will also give you a percentage off or a freebie for signing up for their newsletter or getting a membership card. So I usually take the time to fill out that information as well. I also have made it a habit to check prices across a few websites before buying, and I'll look at reviews to make sure it's really worth the money. So between the sale, the promo code, and the membership, I saved close to 50 bucks. I still can't believe I got such a good deal. All right. So basically, I wanted a pair of running shoes, right? But I really didn't want to pay full price. So I kind of went through all of my little tricks, all of the ways that I can to save money. Now, what about you, Mark? When was the last time you scored a great deal and how did you manage to do it?
I got a really good deal the other week, in fact. I'd been on the lookout for a decent winter coat, but I felt it was just a
Mhm.
bit out of my price range. I found one I really liked online and used a price tracker to monitor it for a couple of weeks. Eventually, I got an alert when it went on sale for 40% off. Before I pulled the trigger, I checked the retailer's website for any ongoing promotions. I found an offer for free delivery if you spent over £50, and that sealed the deal for me. I also used this one cheeky little trick that I swear by, leaving the item in my basket for a day or two. And sure
Mhm.
enough, the shop emailed me a 10% off code to complete my purchase. It's not a
Oh,
guarantee, but it works more often than not, so it's worth a shot. Between the sale, the free delivery, and the extra discount, I must have saved over £60, and the coat is brilliant quality. What a bargain! Okay, so those are both of our scripts. Kat bought some running shoes with a great discount. I got a nice new coat with a big discount as well. Don't worry if you didn't catch everything that we said. We're about to go back through our scripts from the start and explain all the key vocabulary and phrases. Remember, you can always get a PDF transcript of this episode and get our full scripts to download and take offline. If you join us as a high-level listening member in the link below, you can take those files and study them at your own pace. Anyway, back to the scripts. Back to the beginning as well. When was the last time you got a discount and what did you buy again?
Oh, just last week, actually. I'd been eyeing this pair of running shoes for a while, but I didn't want to pay full price. No.
So,
Who wants to pay full price? No way.
yeah,
I don't have time to pay full price.
shoes are expensive. Any kind of
Shoes
sport
are
shoes.
so expensive. Yeah. And I mean, I needed running shoes, but I didn't need them. So I could wait a little bit, right? So just last week, actually, So if someone asks you, "Oh, when was the last time you did this?" and you're thinking, "Huh, when was the last time I?" "Oh, yeah, 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 just last week, actually." So it's kind of like you're proving to yourself, oh, yeah, that did happen. So just last week, so very recently, this past week, just last week, I'd been eyeing. I'd been eyeing. So sometimes if we say, I'd been looking at this, I'd been seeing if there was a discount or something. So if you've been eyeing something, then you're really keeping watch on something. So I'd been eyeing. Ooh, what's that? Oh, those are nice. Ooh, those are really nice. So you're really keeping track of them and you're really kind of watching them because I didn't want to pay full price. Full price is 100% of the price. So if it says these shoes are $150, no sale, no discount, you pay full price. And no one wants to pay full price. With all the sales and, this time of year especially, I don't want to pay full price. There's just no way. So I didn't want to pay full price. So I'd been eyeing this pair of running shoes and kind of keeping an eye on it and having a look at it. Now, what about you, Mark? When was the last time you got a discount on something and what did you end up wanting to buy?
I got a really good deal the other week, in fact. I'd been on the lookout for a decent winter coat, but I felt it was just a bit out of my price range. So the start of my script is similar to Kat's. She said, "Oh, just last week." Actually, I said, "I got a really good deal the other week, in fact." This is basically the same message. The other week could be last week or maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't remember. It's not important. The other week. Kat said, "Actually." I said, "In fact." In fact, or actually mean, this might be interesting or surprising for you. We like to use this word when we're telling stories to make the story surprising and interesting. So I got a really good deal the other week, in fact. We'll use lots of phrases with the word deal. In our question, scored a great deal. I
Mhm.
said, I got a really good deal. A deal means a cheap price, or I paid less than I expected, or less than usual. So if I got a great deal, I paid less. Maybe shops offer a big deal or a nice deal on some products. But yes, when you save money, you get a deal, and I got a really good deal the other week. In fact, I'd been on the lookout for a decent winter coat. So I had been thinking about a decent winter coat. Maybe it was September or October. The weather was getting a bit colder, and I started thinking, okay, I need a decent winter coat for the next few months. So it was on my mind. I was thinking about it, and I had been on the lookout. Maybe I was checking a few different stores and looking at their coats. Maybe I was looking online for winter coats. I was searching for one generally and looking at all my different options. So I'd been on the lookout for something. But just like Kat's running shoes, sometimes decent or high quality winter coats can be expensive. I only wanted to spend this much, but the price of the winter coats was more. It was a bit out of my price range. In other words, it was more expensive than I wanted. The price was higher than I wanted to spend. So my price range is my price limit, and it was out of my price range. So it was more expensive. So this is why we needed to search for some discounts. So you managed to do that with your shoes. How did you catch it when it was on sale? How did you know?
So I started tracking the price online using one of those deal apps, and sure enough, it dropped by 30%. Okay, so it was kind of surprising to me too. I mean, like you said, Mark, you were on the lookout for something. I'd been eyeing something, but I didn't need it right away. So I could be a little patient, right? So I started tracking the price. Okay. If you're going to track prices, this is really helpful when you're buying expensive items. So if it drops 10%, that's a pretty good deal. So we usually will track prices like flight prices. You just simply click a button and then you'll get updates or you'll get a message when the price goes lower, right? So I was tracking the price online using one of those deal apps. I get messages for these all the time. I get emails and ads for these. Even my bank has kind of a deal app, a shopping app, where it will track prices for me too. So everybody's doing this. So you get an app on your phone and it will follow or track the prices as they go up and down, as they go on sale. So I got one of those deal apps online, and sure enough, like, wow, it did eventually
Yeah,
happen.
yeah,
Right?
like I expected.
Like
Like I
I
expected.
remember, because I knew I didn't want to pay full price. So I was convinced that if I just track the price, it'll get cheaper. So sure enough,
Mm.
it dropped by 30%, right? So the price dropped. The price went down. Okay. The price dropped by 30%, or it was 30% off. We could use that as well. All right, Mark, I know we're patient, but how do we kind of figure out when the sales are? How did you manage to get a better price?
I found one I liked online and I set up a price tracker to monitor it for a
Mhm.
couple of weeks. Eventually, I got an alert when it went on sale for 40% off.
Nice,
So I used a
nice.
similar kind of strategy, right? So Kat used a deal app on her phone. I also used technology to help me. I set up a price tracker. There's a
Mhm.
few different variations. You can track the price. The app or the website will follow a price if it rises and falls, or you can use a price tracker. A price tracker is an app or some software that does it for you. Because it's on a computer, I said set up. I set up or I created a price tracker to monitor it. If I'm monitoring it, I'm watching it, I'm checking it every day to see the price increase and then decrease. When the price decreases, that's when I try and buy it. So I set up a price tracker to monitor it for a couple of weeks. There's a website I heard of recently. It's called camelcamelcamel.com. And you can see it is a price tracker. You can see the prices of things going up and down. It's surprising how it rises and falls throughout the year. You can see the trends. Anyway, I got an alert when it went on sale for 40% off. So the price dropped. I set up a price tracker, and then the price tracker gave me an alert. Bing! And it was 40% off. So the price dropped by 40%. That's a big discount. It seems like a great time to buy it. So back to your script. I've heard that people look online for coupon codes and discount codes while they go shopping. Is that something that you tried as well?
All the time, all the time. So before buying, I checked for extra discounts. And I found a promo code for new customers and applied it at checkout. That knocked off another 15 bucks. Okay. So I've been doing this for a long time. Sometimes if I buy something on a website online, I'll just type in promo codes and I'll type in the website. So promo codes, walmart.com, promo codes, McDonald's or something like that. Put in the store name and put promo codes. And I just kind of check online. There are whole websites that just have promo codes, coupon codes, and what these codes would be like a special name or title or kind of like a set of letters or numbers that you can use as a coupon, which will give you a discount. Maybe it's 2 for 1 or $10 off or 15% off for new customers, right? So I checked for extra discounts. A discount would lower the price. I found a promo code. Now, a promo code is usually a promotional code. This is codes that they put out onto the internet. Hey, you should buy something and then you'll get a discount, right? So it's a promotional code, promo code, coupon code, discount code. There's lots of words that we use for them.
Hmm.
For new customers, for new customers. So I was a new customer. I've never bought anything from this company before. And I applied the code at checkout. Normally, if you're going through a website and you fill out your information, at the very bottom, it will say apply discount code or apply coupon code. Basically, it means add the code here, click OK, and it will add it to your receipt. It'll remove the extra cash, it'll take off the 10%, and then it is applied, right? It's applied at checkout. And that knocked off another 15 bucks. 15 bucks, bucks. That is a very common informal word for dollars, US dollars. So I probably wouldn't say 15 bucks to Mark. If I did, he would think, well, that's US dollars. I don't use that for
Hmm.
pounds, right? You usually use quid.
Hmm.
Is that right?
Yeah, if we're talking about prices, especially if we're talking about how cheap something is or how much we saved, I think we like to use these slang forms for money,
Mm.
especially when the price is lower than expected or higher, actually. When we're surprised about money, I think we use quid.
Yeah, so that knocked off another 15 bucks for me. I'm super excited. Okay, I've just saved another 15 bucks. And so what about you, Mark? Did you buy it straight away after you got that sale for 40% off?
Yeah, so I got the alert, and then before I pulled the trigger, I checked the retailer's websites for any ongoing promotions and found an offer for free delivery if you spent over £50. That sealed the deal for me. So, did I buy it straight away? No. This is a good shopping phrase. When you pull the trigger, that means you buy it. You go to the checkout and click buy. But before I pulled the trigger, before I bought it, I checked the retailer's websites for any ongoing promotions. Ongoing promotions are promotions or offers that are always available. They go all year round. They are
Mhm.
ongoing. Maybe it's just always available all the time. The promotion is ongoing. It has no end. You can use it whenever you like. So I checked their website, found an ongoing promotion, and found an offer for free delivery if you spent over £50. You'll
Mm.
often see this in advertising or on websites during sales. Free delivery if you spend over £50, or free delivery if you spend over £100. Yeah, there is a condition, so it's a conditional sentence. Free delivery if you spend more than a certain amount. Like Kat mentioned, bucks. I could use quid here because we're talking
Mhm.
about the price of things in a positive or negative way. Here it's a positive thing because I saved a lot of money. I could say I found an offer for free delivery if you spent over 50 quid, and that sealed the deal for me. So I was already very tempted before. I already had a 40% discount, which is great. And then I found an extra saving option of free delivery. Yes, absolutely. That sealed the deal. That made the decision very easy. That made it very easy to say yes. That convinced me to buy the coat. That sealed the deal. All right, back to you. Stores often offer these membership deals or loyalty cards. Do you think that those helped you when you bought your shoes?
Absolutely. Yeah. Sometimes stores will also give you a percentage off or a freebie for signing up for their newsletter or getting a membership card. You feel like you might have to enter in all that information, or you might have to stand there and talk to the cashier for a little while getting all your information. But it kind of depends, because sometimes stores will also give you a percentage off. Okay. So a percentage off would be 10% off or a 10% discount. 20% off. This is pretty common. This is kind of the way that we talk about it. I got 10% off, or I got some percentage off, right? So they'll also give you a percentage off or a freebie. Now, I love a freebie. I'll be honest. So sometimes you might go to a makeup store, and if you sign up for their card, they give you a free makeup bag. We used to get free makeup bags all the time just for signing up for their loyalty card or their membership card. So if you sign up for their newsletter, that's becoming quite a popular one, especially for online shops. If you just enter your email address, oh, you get 10% off, or you get free shipping, or your first order is $20 off, something like that. So if I get a newsletter or I sign up for their membership card or a loyalty card, that would usually mean that it's a card just for that store. So you might get points, you might get discounts, but also the store gets a lot of information on you. So it's a pretty decent deal for
Win-win.
getting all that info on you, I think. Yeah. And I usually take the time to fill out that information, whether it's telling the cashier, this is my name, address, this is everything, or if I fill it out online on my own.
Okay, I might start doing that then, because sometimes I go to the checkout and they say, are you a member? Do you have a loyalty card? I say no. They say, would you like to join our membership team? I'm like,
No,
no, I just want to leave and get out.
I just want to
But
leave. I
if it
think
could
it's
save me
worth it.
10%, maybe it's worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's worth it. Sometimes you get points, sometimes you get a freebie, sometimes you get a percentage off on that first purchase. Just depends on what it is. Sometimes I don't have time. Sometimes it's worth it, for sure. All right, Mark, I'm loving this like price tracking, and I actually really want to hear this tip again because I've never heard of this trick and I want you to explain it again. Do you use any other tricks or tips to save money?
I also use this cheeky little trick. I swear by it. Leaving the item in my basket for a day or two, and sure enough, the shop emailed me a 10% off code to
That's a
complete
new one.
my purchase. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's a cheeky little trick. Cheeky is a very common word in the UK. Cheeky is actually a little bit naughty.
hmm
Yeah, I'm trying to play the game and save as much money as possible, and I'm being a little bit naughty or cunning to help myself. So cheeky means a little bit naughty. Kids are often cheeky when they're naughty, but they're not being mean. They're just being a bit silly. But I'm saying cheeky, like I feel like it shouldn't be allowed, but I'm doing it anyway. It's a cheeky little trick, and I swear by it. If I swear, then I promise. I guarantee it. I always do it. I think it always works. I swear by this trick. If you use that trick, I really think it'll help you. I do it every time. So I swear
Ooh,
by this cheeky little trick.
if it doesn't work, are you going to give me the discount? You'll give me 10% if it doesn't work, if you swear
I
by it.
won't. I won't, but I recommend it very strongly anyway.
Okay, maybe
Yeah,
we
I
don't swear
always
by
do
this
it.
one.
No, maybe I
People are going to
shouldn't.
call in complaining about it.
I know, right? I always try it. I always do it. It usually works. So yeah, the trick is leaving the item in my basket. Even though I'm shopping online, the items that you want to buy, you can add them to your basket. And your basket is all the things you want to buy. Sometimes you'll put 2 or 3 or 4 different items in the basket, and then you take your virtual online basket and you pay for everything at once. It's also called a cart, my cart, or my basket. It has 2 different names. But if you take some items and leave them in the basket and then wait 1 day or maybe 2 days, the website knows that you're so close to the final step. They just need to give you one little push to make you revisit and buy it and spend your money. So the website wants you to finish your purchase. And sure enough, like I expected, the shop emailed me a 10% off code. So we've done promo codes, discount codes, all kinds of codes. This is another one, a 10% off code. You can have a 20% off code, a 50% off code, any number. And they gave me that to complete my purchase. When I complete my purchase, I pay for it. I give them my money and they can start sending me my items. So this was my cheeky little trick. Wait very close to the finish line, and then they will give me an extra incentive to complete my purchase, which was 10% off. So I saved even more money. Do you ever check the prices of a product on other websites?
Yeah, I have also made it a habit to check prices across a few websites before buying. I was talking earlier, I have this deal app, but that was just for one store. Now, if I want this nice pair of running shoes, I'm sure other stores sell them as well. So I have made it a habit to check prices across a few websites before buying. And I'll also look at reviews to make sure it's worth the money. Now, for both Mark and I, these are big purchases, right? These running shoes are quite expensive. That really nice coat is probably quite expensive. So, is it really worth the money? Like, it's going to be kind of expensive, right? So, I've made it a habit. Made it a habit. That means I started doing it so often, it's become a habit, right? I've made it a habit to check prices across a few websites. All right, so I'll check Amazon, and then I'll check Walmart, and then I'll check Sears or a big department store, and I'll just kind of check just to see if there's a big price difference, right? And I'll look at reviews. I really hate looking at. So if I want to buy maybe a pair of Nike running shoes, I won't go to the Nike website because everything will say 4.9 out of 5, 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, 4.9, 4.9. I just don't believe them. Well,
Yeah, me neither.
yeah, of course you're going to have good reviews on your own website, right? So I'll just check. I'll just check, right? We'll just look at reviews just to make sure it's worth the money, right? I might go onto a completely different website and people have said, "Oh, the quality is horrible. It's not worth the full price. Even at a discount, it's not worth it." Ah, these are the real
You
reviews,
get
right? The
honest
real reviews.
opinions. Mhm.
Exactly, exactly. So I'll look at reviews to make sure it's worth the money. Okay. Because if the quality is low and the price is high, well, that is not worth it. But if the price is high and the quality is very high as well, okay, then it's worth it. It's worth the
That's worth
price.
it. That's a good tip. I've had items in my basket and then I've gone back and read the reviews or just scrolled down a little bit further, deeper into the reviews and saw some bad
Mhm.
ones. And I was like, oh, wow, really? There's a
They
big
hid
problem with
them.
it. I took it out of my
Oh,
basket and didn't buy it. So,
oh
yeah, the
yeah.
reviews have saved me loads of times.
All right. Now, Mark, you did swear by this tip, but does it always work?
uh, it's not a guarantee, but it works often enough to be worth a shot.
Oh, wait a
So I'm kind
second,
of,
Mark. Wait, I'm
yeah, I
reading the
know.
reviews on this tip. I'm reading the reviews here on this tip.
One
First,
star,
you said
so
you swore by it,
two-star
and
reviews.
now you're
Oh
saying
no.
it's not a guarantee. So I've scrolled down to that bottom review.
She's found the truth. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm kind of going against myself now. I said I swear by it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I really recommend it, but it's not a guarantee. It doesn't work 100% of the time, but it works often enough to be worth a shot.
Okay, okay,
Worth
okay.
a shot is the phrase. A
Fine, fine,
shot
fine.
is a try. A shot
Mhm.
is an attempt. You should try to do it. Maybe it will work. I think it probably will. Not
Yeah.
always, but it's
And if I
worth a
try
shot.
it and it works, it's 10%. If I try it and it doesn't work, well, okay,
Yeah,
well,
it's
I'll
not the
just
end of the
buy the
world.
product, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bonus, really, on top of the 40%. So it works often enough to be worth a shot. Trying a promo code is worth a shot. Sometimes I Google promo codes and I copy and paste a few in. None of them work because they're
I
old
know.
codes, but it's
Yeah.
worth a shot. I
It's
don't
worth a
lose
shot for
anything
sure.
by trying. Yeah, it's worth a shot. Okay, so how much did you save in total?
Okay. So between the sale, the promo code, and the membership, I saved close to 50 bucks. I still can't believe I got such a good deal. Like Mark was talking about, I got such a good deal. That means I'm so happy with my discount. I'm so happy with the price. The price was up here. I got a discount. I got a promo code. I used the membership. I saved close to 50 bucks. Woo, that's a good deal. That's a good deal. Americans especially, I don't know why we do this all the time, but if you ever compliment someone and you say, "Wow, that's a really nice dress." And they say, "Thanks. I got a really good deal on it." Or, "Thanks, it was $10." We love to kind of talk about a good deal. We love to say, "Oh yeah,
Mm.
man, this was
Like how
$2 at the
little you
thrift store.
spent.
What a great
Yeah.
deal." You like it, right? It's nice, huh? Especially nice for the price, right? If someone compliments you and you got a good deal on this, that's a win. That is a big win for us. So Americans will quite often do that, especially women. When we compliment each other, we also talk about what a good deal it was.
Mm.
What a good deal
You
it
feel
was.
like you've got great taste and you're very like thrifty and very good at
Hmm.
saving money. It's
Hmm.
like two
So we're just
compliments in one.
exactly, exactly. So, like I said, between the sale, which was 30% off that I was tracking, the sale, the promo code. Okay. So remember, I went online and just said promo code. And now it wasn't offered to me. I had to go find this, but I was a new customer. So I got a promotional code and the membership. All right. So I already have a loyalty card, I have a membership card. So I added that to it as well. I saved close to 50 bucks or around 50 bucks. I still can't believe I got such a good deal. Woo, such a good deal. Still very proud of myself for that one.
Mm.
All
Very
right,
well done.
Mark. So you sound like you got a really good deal as well. How much did you save in total?
Between the sale, the free delivery, and the extra discount, I must have saved over £60. And the coat is brilliant quality. What a bargain.
That's a really good deal. That's a
Mm.
really good deal.
Yeah, what a bargain. It was a bargain. Again, this
Bargain.
word is more common in the
Bargain.
UK. A
Yeah.
bargain is a very, very cheap price for the product. If it's much less than you would usually pay, that is a bargain. What a bargain means what a good deal. Incredible. You can say this about the things you bought, or if someone is talking to you and say, "Yeah, this only cost £10." Well, what a bargain. You can also find good bargains if you go on online marketplaces, Facebook Marketplace. You can get some bargains on there, people selling their old stuff secondhand. Anyway, I use the same structure as cat between. So using all of these parts between the sale, the free delivery, the one I mentioned earlier, and the extra discount, the one I mentioned earlier, I must have saved over £60. I must have is just my memory, my best guess. I'm just remembering, I don't have an exact number, but thinking about the past the other week, yeah, I must have saved over £60. What a
That's
bargain.
funny because I would say for me, if I said, "Oh, I must have done this," then I'm sure of it. Like I'm fairly certain. So it's kind of funny that
Mm.
you're kind of using it as a I guess, and I'm using it as a yeah, I'm sure I did that, right?
Uh-huh.
I must have done that, right? So that is kind of an
Yeah.
interesting, like I don't know if it's the American confidence. It's like, "Oh, I must have done that, right?"
Yeah,
Right?
I'm trying my best. I could be wrong, but I think we must have
Hmm.
spent at least 2 or 3 hours in the
So
restaurant.
maybe it's in
Oh
the
yeah, we
way that
must
you
have.
say it, like the confidence. It's like, "Oh, I must have
Mm,
saved 60 pounds," right? And so that would just
mm.
be more
I
certainty,
don't know. I
right?
must have saved. Yeah, we must have saved probably about
Mm,
sixty
mhm.
pounds. Yeah, I'm trying my best to remember. Could be wrong, but that's my
Be wrong.
deduction. Mm.
Okay, so for a quick recap, here are the keywords and phrases from my script. I'd been eyeing something. To pay full price. Track the price online. Track prices online. A deal app. A shopping app. The price dropped by $5. The price dropped by 30%. Check for discounts. A promo code. A discount code. A coupon code. Apply the code at checkout. That knocked off 15%. 5%, $15. That means it lowered it. A percentage off, 10% off, 10% off. A freebie, a membership card, a loyalty card, to check prices across a few websites, across a few apps. Make sure it's worth the money. I got such a good deal.
All right, and here are my phrases in sentences. I got a really good deal. I'd been on the lookout. It was out of my price range. I used a price tracker. It went on sale for 40% off. Before I pulled the trigger, I checked for ongoing promotions. I found an offer for free delivery. That sealed the deal for me. I used a cheeky little trick. It was worth a shot. I must have saved over £60. What a bargain.
Okay, everybody, that's all for today's episode here on High Level Listening. We've covered lots of great vocabulary and phrases to help you talk about saving money and finding discounts like a pro. Whether it's waiting for that perfect sale, using price trackers, or finding hidden discounts, we hope you've learned a lot today.
Yes, absolutely. And as always, we'd love to hear from you. Have you scored a great deal lately? What did you buy? How much did you save? Let us know in the comments below. And do you know any other ways you could save money or get discounts in your country? We do like seeing your comments. We read and reply to every single one. So you can get in touch with us and practice your English all at the same time.
And don't forget, if you'd like a PDF transcript of this episode, plus the transcripts of all of our other episodes, you can join the High Level Listening community by becoming a member here on YouTube. Just click the link in the description below. It's a great way to keep learning offline and at your own pace.
All right. Yes, it is. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. If you enjoyed today's episode as well, be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our new videos. We post 2 every week, so there's always something new to learn.
So we'll see you next time for another episode of High Level Listening. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.